What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I'm going to react to this video of Diddy and Young Miami having a sit down conversation on her new Revolt TV show or podcast called Caresha Please. Okay. And there has been talk that these two have been dating. And what's very interesting is that recently there was a back and forth between her and Diddy's other chick, who he's been dealing with for years, who actually tried to expose him for abusing her, but then she took it back and now she's around him again as if nothing has happened. Young Miami is one of these young, her name speaks for itself because I believe Young Miami is young and naive. She's literally dealing with a guy that only sees her as a jump off, only sees her as just a friend with benefits, basically. Because Diddy, on this particular video that we're going to get into, basically tells her to her face that she's only good enough to be a friend with benefits and nothing more. Nothing more. Because he's single and he tells her this to her face and she sits there and thinks that it's whatever. See, this is what happens when you have these females who are young and impressionable dealing with older men who are more experienced, who are more successful. They get wide-eyed, right? And what Young Miami doesn't understand is guys are always going to remember this about you, and it's going to hurt your dating prospects. Now, maybe she doesn't care now, but sometime, she's going to care. And what's funny is that in the City Girls, if you look at both of them, she would seem like much more of the dateable type, right? Between her and JT. You might have to switch that up because JT's not chasing a 50-something-year-old man who's a bit of a weirdo. Let's be real. Diddy's a weirdo. Diddy's a bit of a weirdo. And she's literally chasing this guy who don't even take her that seriously. And he tells her this to her face. So let's get into this video here. All right.
I'm single, but I'm dating. I'm just taking my time with life.
All right. So what we is?
We date. We dating. We go have dates. And we friends.
Okay.
We go to exotic locations. We have great times. We go to strip clubs, church.
Church.
I'm gonna take you to church.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, like, what you like about me?
You see, listen, man. This is your Western woman, man. I told y'all these women are not worth it, man. And people get mad all they want to, but there's a lot of young, dumb, naive women who are just like this. I don't care if she's in the industry. I mean, this is somebody who clearly is infatuated. She is overly impressed by Diddy. Okay? And you can just tell. He's basically telling her to her face that she's just a friend with benefits or a jump off, somebody he can have a good time with, but he would never date. Like, you see how he got with Cassie quickly after, getting to know her, right? Or allegedly taking her from somebody else. But with Young Miami, he knows that he ain't got to worry about that. This female is literally arguing and fussing and fighting with other women for his love. That's sad. But that's your Western woman, man. They don't value themselves. They just value getting with a guy like Diddy. And Diddy knows this, and he takes advantage of it. But he gave her own show, so maybe this was his way of giving back to her, was to give her her own show. It's still embarrassing.
Because people be like, she ain't his type. He wouldn't talk to her. So what is it about me that you like about me? Like, why you fucking with a city girl?
I mean, because you're authentic. You're like one of the realest people I ever met. You know what I'm saying? And you're authentically yourself. And you're a great mother. And, a great friend.
Did he say that she's a great mother? So she has a child. I may have been on loop, but I don't think I knew if she was a mother. But that makes it worse. So what are you showing your child? That, this rich older man could just use you any way he wants and not value you? not value you as a girlfriend or even a wifey type, can just waste the best years of your life because that's all you're doing. And there's a lot of chicks like this. They waste the best years of their life chasing behind men who only sees them as just somebody to sleep with. They don't see them as anybody that is of any type of importance.
You just have a good time, you know.
They just have a good time. That's what it's all about. It's all about having a good time, having their hot girl summers. What happens when those hot girl summers are over? What happens when Diddy no longer wants you? And it's going to happen. Okay? You have put yourself in the friends with benefits zone. We got the friend zone, and then we got the friends with benefits zone. And that's where Young Miami has put herself in. She's put herself in the friends with benefits zone.
Single, but I'm dating. I'm just taking my time with life.
All right. So what we is?
We date. We dating. We go have dates. And we friends.
Okay.
We go to exotic locations. We have great times. We go to strip clubs, church.
Church.
I'm gonna take you to church.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, like, what you like about me? Because people be like,
Yo, the fact that they're making fun of this is even worse, man. Like, who is this supposed to make fun of, Diddy or Young Miami? Because I'm not getting the joke. The joke is more on Young Miami than anybody else. It's not on Diddy. We already know Diddy's a character, but this is his network. Revolt TV is a network that, is basically, his. He's the figurehead of. So he's giving her a show, okay? And maybe that was to pacify her, but how long is this show going to last? She's a terrible host. I mean, it's almost like they're just having a conversation.
his type, he wouldn't talk to her. So, what is it about me that you like about me? Like, why you fucking with a city girl?
Because you're naive and dumb and you'll do whatever I say without, you'll go argue with another heifer over me. Like, I really don't have much but to just say you're authentically naive.
You're like one of the realest people I ever met, you know what I'm saying? And you're authentically yourself, and you're a great mother, and, a great friend. You just have a good time,
And she's on social media fighting for his love. And I'm telling you right now, man, there's a lot of women like this. They waste the best years of their life chasing and fighting over men that don't even want them like that. And the thing is, Young Miami is not a bad looking female at all. She had potential and she wasted chasing behind Diddy, and a lot of men are seeing this. Now you got Kodak Black that will chase behind her on social media, but I think that's just for social media. I don't think Kodak Black will really take her seriously. Who's going to take her seriously? You're chasing behind a guy who's a known weirdo, okay? Who has another woman that he's dealing with. And, you're fighting with this woman even though Diddy's the one dealing with her. Diddy has absolutely no respect for Young Miami, and she has no respect for herself, and it shows in this particular video, which is why I wanted to react with y'all together on this particular video. So let me think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll see you on the next one.